Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to a Battlefield news roundup video. I have not done one of these in a very long time, but we do have some interesting topics to cover in this video, including maybe a potential mistake that has already happened regarding the development of the next Battlefield game. I'm not gonna lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, it has been incredibly difficult to make content around Battlefield considering the sheer amount of, well, nothingness that is occurring in the space of Battlefield right now. If you've noticed, probably some of your other favorite Battlefield content creators have either stopped uploading or are taking a break recently, and that's for a very good reason. But have no fear, because Enders is always here, and I have some great ideas from you guys that you have suggested constantly. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on if you haven't already, and let's jump into all of the news roundup. So the biggest thing is definitely the fact that the Frostbite engine has received a new logo update. But that isn't all, because typically when the Frostbite engine gets a new logo, a new version of the Frostbite engine will either be announced or is already being used on the next game. And this was followed by a post from the official Frostbite engine Twitter that stated, "We'll be sharing more on our engine evolution and next-gen tech soon. Stay following." And the reason why I stated up front why this might be a mistake already for the next Battlefield game is, do you guys remember that 2042 had a new version of the Frostbite engine as well? Obviously this is, I guess you could say this is speculatory, but I, for one, don't really like to hear that the next game could potentially be getting another new version of Frostbite when they don't seem to ever be able to handle new versions of Frostbite for a new game release. Some of the things they mention in the Frostbite engine tweet also sort of concern me, because they specifically mention evolution and next-gen tech. God only knows what that means in terms of the Frostbite engine. We could be seeing, I don't know, tsunamis in the next Battlefield game for all we know. But taking a look at the new Frostbite engine logo, it's essentially just a sort of, I don't know what you would want to call this, a heat map or a topographical map of a hand. I, for one, prefer maybe some of the other Frostbite engine logos, but I believe the real news is the fact that it's getting a new emblem, which probably signifies that there is a new version of Frostbite, or a heavily updated version of Frostbite, that is going to be used in the next Battlefield game. So be sure to comment down below what you think about that particular piece of news. Jumping ahead to something that was discovered on Christmas. Apparently, on Redacted, you can now collect a bunch of different quote-unquote plushies. I can't even say that word with a straight face. It makes me sound like I'm like 4 years old. But yes, there are in fact some new Easter eggs for you guys that care about those things to go and do. Basically, you need to go on Redacted and collect all of the plushies to unlock a new player card background. If you are so inclined to complete this task, I will link a post from Battlefield Bulletin that has a screenshot detailing all of the known locations of the T-Rex, snail, shark, and penguin plushies. Wow, I can't believe what Battlefield has turned into. Can we talk about that for a second? I am telling you in a Battlefield video that you can go pick up a T-Rex, snail, shark, and penguin plushie. What the fuck? What are we doing? But I guess it doesn't hurt anyone, so on to the next piece of news. And this news is actually extremely brand new, pretty much as I'm recording this video, and I actually had to go back and redo the voiceover for it. Tom Henderson, the infamous leaker, who was wrong on many accounts in 2042, but did nail some pretty big aspects of 2042 in his leaks, has tweeted something very interesting. He tweeted, "Has anyone said what the code name for the next Battlefield is?" Which is a very odd thing to tweet, because it kind of insinuates that he knows what the next code name for the next Battlefield is. Now, if I were in charge of giving the next Battlefield its developing code name, I would give it the code name of Love Letter 2. Yeah, you like that? You like that one? But again, I would take this with a grain of salt, because he didn't straight out come out and say, yes, I have the code name for the next Battlefield. It's just interesting that he would even say this. And for those of you that might have missed the fact that Season 7 has been announced and confirmed, well, Season 7 is here, and it is apparently going to be releasing in March of 2024, and probably late March at that, due to when it was announced. So if you think Battlefield in its current holiday vacation stint has zero content, just wait until they actually get back to work on Season 7 and there's nothing to do in the game at all. There is most certainly going to be a massive area of downtime between the end of Season 6, which I believe is at the end of January, and the beginning of Season 7. But with all that being said, Season 7 did come with a few unexpected things, most notably the fact that Season 7 will have 2 new maps. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting half of the maps that we would typically get in a Battlefield 3 DLC. Can we get a round of applause in the comment section? And before I get into the final piece of Battlefield news, if you enjoy the content, if you find it informative, I stream every single day at twitch.tv/ender, so follow my Twitch stream, and of course, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for doing that. Now, the last piece of news is quite sad, actually. EA has officially shut down Battlefield 1943, Battlefield Bad Company, and Battlefield Bad Company 2 as of December 8th. In fact, all of this news that I mentioned in this video occurred in December. But none more depressing than the fact that 3, I'd say, pretty fan-favorite games have set sail. You know, they sunset them. You guys have had your fun, and I guess that's it. I have not played the original Battlefield Bad Company, nor have I played Battlefield 1943, but I have played Battlefield Bad Company 2, albeit not as much as Battlefield 3. But from what I played of Battlefield Bad Company 2, I can certainly understand the nostalgic aspects and why people always mention it as one of the best Battlefield games. There were certainly certain aspects of it that didn't age as well, like the fact that you couldn't run diagonally, which I thought was, I always thought that was pretty hilarious. But the destruction, people always bring that up. You could literally just flatten buildings. The sniping was always a fan favorite in that game, and it just sort of had a legendary aura about it. As painful as it might be to think about, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, these the next Battlefield games up for the chopping block are probably Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 later down the line, so those are going to be some pretty hard days to deal with. That is going to wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. As far as the upcoming content on the channel, people have been begging me and pleading me for me to play Battlefield 5 for some reason, so I'm sure I'll do some sort of wacky stuff on that game. Perhaps I'll use a terrible loadout like I did in the Battlefield 2042 video that you guys seem to really enjoy. In terms of other content unrelated to Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1 is up there as well, so is Battlefield 4, and I have some more ideas for Battlefield 2042 as well. So if you want to see all this stuff take place live, be sure to follow the Twitch stream, first link in the description. Following is free, and of course subscribing to the Twitch channel makes you so you don't have to see ads. So if you hate ads, that's how you get rid of them. I've actually had people ask me that in my YouTube comments, which is like, I don't really, sure, fine, I'll answer it right here now. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas.